Hi everyone. Welcome to my video today. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about my weight loss surgery. So the surgery that I had was through my province, the province that I live in. It was covered, so it was something that I didn't actually pay for. It was something that I waited on a wait list for. But yeah, so anyway, what happened was I just want to tell you a little bit about like pre-surgery. That's what this video is about today, and what happened. So I talked to my family doctor about having surgery just at one of my yearly physicals. I explained to her that I felt I was exercising a lot and that I was eating well. And she looked at my eating. She actually had me write a diary and she looked at it, and she did recommend like ideal weight loss, but that's because it was, or ideal protein, sorry, because that was what was in the building, like it was part of her business. So I didn't look at that. I wasn't interested in it. I wasn't really interested in doing any more diets. I just felt like I was already having this balanced, healthy eating where, yeah, sometimes I had some junk food, but I wasn't feeling like I was really like overdoing it. And I was exercising like a crazy person. And she did actually suggest I exercise more. And I was like, there are not enough hours in the day for me to exercise more. At that point, I think I was exercising about 8 or 9 hours a week. So I just didn't have enough time to exercise more. I was working full time. Yeah, I just felt my body couldn't handle anymore. So, and 8 or 9 hours a week is a lot. So she referred me to the program. It was a 2.5 year wait to even get a call to get into the program. The program was 6 months, and I was actually in it for 8 months. But yeah, so what I learned in the program, they teach you about taking time to eat. So taking about 30 minutes to eat each meal. So I'm a hairstylist. Guess what? I eat super fast because I don't have time. So yeah, the eating, my dog is joining me. The eating 30 minutes for a meal didn't seem like it was going to be hard to do, but and didn't matter how much I practiced, you were never prepared. Anyway, so the 30 minutes for eating your protein first, which I got into the habit of doing, and then no drinking 30 minutes before or 30 minutes after eating. So that one took me a really long time to do. I also had to get off of caffeine for the surgery, but I had lots of time, so I just like worked my way off of that. I'm back on caffeine now. It's fine. But yeah, I can honestly tell you it was all doable, and it didn't matter how much I practiced or prepared myself. You're never going to be prepared for how it feels to do all these things after surgery. So yeah, you practice not drinking while you're eating, which was super hard at the time. Now I actually feel I don't drink enough, and it's hard to get myself to drink because I'm feeling so full. So anyway, I struggled the most with the psychology appointments that I had to do that were part of the program. And I struggled with the tracking. So I still don't track. It gives me anxiety. It makes me eat more, and it makes me eat worse food than I normally do. I believe it's all about balance, and you're balancing every meal, you're balancing your plate, you're balancing your snacks. You're making conscious choices every time you choose to eat. And tracking doesn't do that for me. For some reason, I really struggle with it. It makes me like freak out, and I end up just eating way more than I normally would. So, and I don't know if it's that I can see the numbers and the calories. It just freaks me out. I do better looking at macros, or even just like balancing, going, okay, I know I need to eat more protein, and in each snack, meal, whatever, there's my protein, there's my vegetables, and there's my starch. And that just makes way more sense to me. So I'm not, yeah. Anyway, that just works for me. Tracking freaks me out. So the psychology, I'm not going to get into it because I actually don't even remember all of it, but I remember feeling like they picked at a scratch on my arm, and before I knew it, my arm was gone. It was like something so little that I would say, and they would be like, well, let's talk about that and let's like dig it apart. And I was like, there's nothing there. Anyway, I know that there are things that I have to work on, and I know that I have worked on those, and there's still lots of stuff in my brain that it is hard. And you're going to hear about that in my video about after surgery, that there's lots of stuff that is really difficult. But I definitely had no issue with exercise. Like I said, I was exercising lots. I was doing triathlons already. That wasn't an issue. So during the program, I actually gained weight. I was tracking. I was exercising. I was following all the rules that they laid out to me. And there was 2 different dietitians that I saw during the program. And so one of them, she had set me on what my goal was and sort of what I was doing. And then I came in and I'd gained weight. And then the other dietitian believed that I was eating not enough for how much I was exercising, because I was training for a triathlon. So like I was like probably not quite 8 hours like I was, but I was probably about 6 or 7 hours a week of training. And she believed I needed to up my calories. So we did that. We upped my calories, and the next appointment I'd lost again. And I was back to the other dietitian, and she was like, oh, your calories are too high. Let's take them down. And I was like, no. So yeah, that wasn't helping, because I felt like the dietitians weren't using like the most up to date research about, they weren't using probably the most up to date research about weight loss. And I know that that's an always changing thing. I just didn't feel like, I felt like it was very much like low calorie, low fat diet. And I'm like, well, you need fat. You just need to have the right kind of fats. And as far as your calories, I think it's proven I'm not having enough calories for how much exercise I'm doing. So, yeah, that was frustrating, because I actually believe that they weren't the best dietitians. Anyway, I also felt like they didn't actually teach me how to eat. They didn't teach me about balance. They didn't teach me the amount of food I should be having every day, or the amount of protein I should be eating every day. I actually learned a lot about that beforehand with a different weight loss program. And I took a lot of that into this. And just my own research, and I am no expert on weight loss by any means. I find it quite difficult actually still to understand how much protein you're supposed to get and how much calories. And I find it difficult, which is one of the reasons I don't like tracking. It is really difficult. So I go by finding my own balance in life. And every time I eat, I have the choice to eat healthy, eat stuff that's going to fuel me, or I eat stuff that is not good for me, and I don't feel good when I eat that stuff. I haven't been eating well lately, and I don't feel good because I haven't been eating well. So I know that it's my own choice. Every time I have to eat, I have to choose. I believe my portion sizes were too big, and I didn't eat often enough. That was my biggest problems when it came to eating. So once I was approved for surgery, the hardest part was the liquid diet. It is definitely hard, but I also think in like the grand scheme of things, I'm 38 years old. That's 1 month of my life. So 2 weeks before and 2 weeks after. 2 weeks before, it was tough. And it wasn't even the not eating. It was the lack of energy. I felt my energy drop so much. I couldn't work out because I was like, and I work out for mental health reasons too. It helps with depression. Like, everybody needs to work out. It makes you feel so much better. And I wasn't eating enough, so I had no energy. Also, my teeth My teeth ached. My mouth would ache at night because I wasn't chewing anything. I mean, you're on a liquid diet, so it's your protein shakes, you're on broth, and you're on Jello. And Jello just didn't offer enough crunch. I found myself chewing on ice or grinding up ice and chewing on that. That helped. But my teeth ached. So yeah, that was kind of it. That's kind of the story of what the pre-surgery was like. I'm going to make another video just so it's not too long, about my post-surgery and the challenges there. But yeah, so that's my pre-surgery video. Again, like I said, join me for my post-surgery video and I can tell you all about that, kind of what it was like. I'm hopefully can post some pictures on my blog. So if you're just watching this on YouTube, follow my blog, and I'll put it in the bio and you can, or in the description. And yeah, follow my blog and I'll show you my kind of before and after pictures. I am 1 year post-op now. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope this was helpful. I hope it gives you some tips of like what to expect. So anyway, I will see you next time. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.